Today, I want to show you how we are using recipes and categories to make documentation easier to navigate and more aligned with the real use cases. While building DocuViz, we noticed that API documentation was getting very fragmented. APIs lived in one place, but the related guides in another place. And users have to piece things together. You see, consumers of API docs think in workflows and use cases, like setting up payments or handling authentication, and so on and so forth. But without a structure, they have to jump across multiple APIs and guides to complete one particular task. We needed a way to help consumers move through documentation based on real use cases, and hence, we introduced recipes. A recipe combines relevant endpoints across multiple APIs along with supported guides into one structured flow for a specific use case. So instead of browsing everything, users can follow a clear path. So let me walk you through the feature first. I'll directly jump into the admin dashboard of DocuViz. So here you can see the recipes tab. In this tab, you can see all the added recipes. I'll walk you through the recipe creation flow. So it's essentially a three-step process. The first step is to select the pages of specific guides. The second step is to select endpoints. And the third step is to give the details of that recipe. So step one, we'll select specific pages of the guides which we wish to add to this particular recipe. Let's say if I want to add multiple pages across different guides, I can also do that. I'll continue to the next step, which is selection of endpoints. I'll select multiple endpoints across different APIs. So I'll select whatever the endpoints that I wish to add to this recipe, and then I'll continue to the final step, the recipe details. Here, I'll add a random name for the recipe to give you an example. So let's say this recipe is for the payments checkout. You can give a description if you want. And here you can see the overview of what all pages and the endpoints that you have linked to this recipe. Once submit, you can see the list of all the endpoints and guides that you added in this recipe. Now, there are cases when the users want to skim through these guides and these endpoints in a particular sequence. And for that very reason, we gave a feature to rearrange the sequence of these guides and the endpoints. So let's say you want the consumer to skim through the recipe in a particular order. So you can rearrange these endpoints and these guides based on your need. And if you are happy with the sequence, you can save this sequence. Now, once saved, you can see the published site in the consumer side. And if I navigate to the recipes tab here, you can see all the new recipes that we have created. And here you can see the added guides and endpoints that you added to this recipe and in the same sequence that you made it. So this was for the recipes. Alongside that, we added categories as well. So categories are nothing but logical grouping of guides based on use cases, making it easier for the consumers to discover the right documentation very quickly. Now, documentation isn't just a collection of APIs and guides. The recipes help users complete workflows, and categories help them discover what they need. The experience becomes structured, easy to navigate, and aligned with how consumers actually think. I'll also walk you through how the category creation works. I'll take you back to the dashboard. If you come to the guides, you'll see there are a few added guides. Now, let's say I want to categorize these guides based on the use cases. So we'll go to the categories tab, and here we can create a new category. Again, the step one is to select guides, the step two is to select the endpoints, and the third and the final step is to name your category. Once you want to name the category, so let's say this is a payments category, you can give the description and you can save the category. Now, again, when you come to the consumer side, you will see that the guides are now categorized into multiple use cases, namely payments. This is the only category as of now. That's why we can see the category here. So, that's a quick walkthrough of how we are improving discoverability and workflow based documentation. Thanks for your time. I'll be happy to answer any